Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I've just had a shower, hence the red forehead. It looks like I'm having a reaction, but I'm not. At least I hope I'm not. How you doing? Welcome back to Chelsea News, of course, the twice daily series here on Football Therapy, where I reflect on the headlines. What's being said? And today is the first, so welcome. And it's an exciting headline, and there's lots to talk about in relation to it. Chelsea are going to make an inquiry about signing Victor OSIMHEN this summer. Now, every club in the world wants to sign Victor OSIMHEN, but not every club in the world wants to spend that big-time money that Chelsea are prepared to do, provided it's over installments over a 47-year contract. Don't get too excited. And yes, we have just signed, not officially announced yet, but medical passed 8-year contracts for Nicholas Jackson. But he can play out wide. And he scores goals. Uh-oh. Are we seeing a potential front three of scintillating hot action? Could have done better there. Anyway, thank you for joining me. We're going to get into it today. Please do consider dropping a like and subscribing to support the channel. And if you choose to subscribe, hit the bell and notifications icon because, like I've already said, I'm uploading all the ruddy time and you don't want to miss it because Chelsea moves 1,000 miles per hour. Right, we are not going to talk about the Mason Mount saga today, though ever developing with conflicting reports and stories. But of course, I'm sure there'll be developments there and we'll speak about it again. So don't you worry, it'll be back. It'll rear this, as I said before, this saga will rear its ugly head again. Chelsea fans upset with Kai Havertz, by the way, posting multiple pictures of him and players that are leaving or / left Chelsea. So him, Andreas Christensen and Kovacic, and then just him and Kovacic on a couple of occasions, like we're ready, smiling. Obviously, they are both signing for Chelsea rivals. Though I don't actually hold a particular grudge with either of them individually. I'm sure they'll bow out as respectively as they can as Champions League winners in blue. And then, you know, you've got Jorginho posting a picture of him and Kai Havertz making funny faces because they're both going to play for Arsenal. Apparently they're all at Kepa's wedding. They've probably had a glass of champagne and it's probably nothing too spiteful. But fans are protective tribal creatures and we don't like it. Well, I don't really give a crap, but anyway. OSIMHEN. That's right. The super striker won the Scudetto, the top scorer in Serie A. He looks like one of the form strikers in the world. Is it a risk signing him for a lot of money and dropping it into a Chelsea side? Absolutely. In fact, I reflected on that so negatively. I spoke about the Nicholas Jackson signing being an excellent signing. 30 million, something to develop and coach, less weight of like record money being spent on you, and all of that sounds pretty good to me. Sorry, I'm just hiccuping and burping at the same time, which is kind of gross. Yeah, man, so to me, that's sensible. But at the same time, as I always say, if someone throws something really shiny and incredible in front of you, your inner FIFA, child has a huge dopamine hit, and you can't help but get excited. And that we're all in this game of that is the overly dramatic theatre of football where we all want shiny new toys. Now, I really like Noni Madueke. I watched him for England's under the 21s. He's still very raw. Like Mudryk in many ways, but, the potential's there. Chelsea could have a front three of... This is, again, we're going to read an article from the Mail Online. I'm very sorry. Chelsea could have a front three of Raheem Sterling, which I do believe will be a starter over Mudryk for at least the beginning of Pochettino's tenure. Nicholas Jackson over on the right wing, because remember, he can play anywhere across the front three. He's a very good transitional ball-playing player. He doesn't need to just be in the middle. He likes to turn, and he can carry the ball and dribble inwards, so he start from a wide position. So he could be on the right wing. In theory, again, there's those words again regarding the Chelsea. Raheem Sterling, goal scorer. Nicholas Jackson, goal scorer. Feeding into Victor OSIMHEN, goal scorer? Could it be? Well, the Mail write this. Chelsea are about to make an inquiry for Victor OSIMHEN and look set to rival Man United and PSG to sign the Napoli striker. Yes, of course, Manchester United really do want a striker. Ideally, they want Harry Kane. He would be perfect for them. I mean, everyone wants Harry Kane, but, Harry Kane would probably go to United over Chelsea because of, even though we have the Poch factor, I think he just didn't want to ruin his legacy at Spurs. All those trophies that won, all those trophies he won at Spurs, you wouldn't want that to be tainted, So he's got to make sure he doesn't stay in London. Chelsea look set to rival United and PSG in the race to sign Victor Osimhen, with reports suggesting they're about to inquire about the Napoli striker. Ooh, la, la. You know what this inquiry will be? Chelsea sitting down with De Laurentiis and being like, hello. I go, hello mate, remember us from our really difficult Sarri and Jorginho negotiations? Yeah. Can we buy Osimhen? And yes, it's going to be sickening. It's going to be a sickening quote. The 24-year-old has attracted much attention from clubs around Europe thanks to his exceptional performances in Serie A this season, scoring 26 times in 32 league appearances. That's wild. 26, I mean, that's great. That's a great return. But it's wild when you think, so that's 26 and 32. Our second highest goal scorer in the Prem got 30. And that's, of course, Harry Kane. It's just wild. Kane must be so pissed off that Haaland had to freaking come into the league. You'd have to, well, maybe Kane would have scored that many goals playing for City if Pep said to him, stay in the box. Don't do your quarterback dropping deep. Just stay in the box, score goals. He probably, to be honest, Kane is an absolute demon in the 18-yard box. He probably would score more than 30. Anyway, it's all academic, right? To help Napoli win their Italian first division for the first time in 33 years. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. The Nigerian international was hot property, signing for the club in 2020 from Lille for £74 million. Whoa! I think we were linked to him. Or am I thinking of... I'm thinking of Mike Maignan. I think we were linked with Osimhen. I definitely did videos on Osimhen. I'm going to go back and look. But, because he scored a few goals for Lille. But £74 million. If you said to me, do you want to sign this Lille striker for £74 million? And that's before, someone comes up to the Premier League and asks for... you're on Premier League. Extra 30 million quid on top. That's usually how it works. That is wild. Where the hell did Napoli in 2020 get £74 million from? I mean, maybe someone knows. I don't think they've got the Cavani money saved up for them. That is wild. Anyway, Osimhen has only gone to add to his value with United report... Okay, take a deep breath. Manchester United, reportedly preparing a £130 million bid for the striker as they secure... Yeah, because they won't spend an extra £5 million on Mason Mount, but they're going to spend £130 million on Victor Osimhen, following the departure of Wout Weghorst. Wout Weghorst being in a sentence with £130 million and Victor Osimhen, it doesn't really seem like he belongs. No offense to him. Man United are going to spend what's their record spend? Is it Antony? Because it was Pogba for 90 million. Antony could go up to 100 million. I don't know. Is it still Pogba? Comment down below. Mail Sport understands that PSG are preparing a similar offer for the striker. So now we're in town where I could believe you. PSG, they're the first ones to spend 180, 220 on Mbappe and Neymar respectively, I think. So if there's anyone to break the market, it's them. And Chelsea are set to enter the race as they look to replenish their forward stocks this summer. Hold on. Sky Sports journalist Massimo Marianella has revealed Pochettino's side will be speaking to Napoli about the Nigerian international, while Real Madrid seem to be bowing out. Yeah, because Real Madrid don't want to spend money. They didn't want to spend 65 million on Kai Havertz. They will certainly be respectfully bowing out of anything over 100 million. Quote, in the last few hours, England say that the Chelsea are preparing to make a phone call to Napoli for Osimhen. He's told Sky Sports Italia per Tutto Napoli. It seems that one door is closed, which is Real Madrid, and the two most open remains United and PSG. At that point, a place could open with Tottenham, or if they sell Kane. And even if they sell Kane, they're not buying Osimhen. Napoli had previously tried to tie him down to an extension which is set to expire at 2025. Oh, is he not signing an extension? Interesting. That included a massive pay rise of 3.9 million a year, but it seems they are now resigned to losing their man, even after slapping a whopping 150 million pound price tag on him. Nah, you ain't getting that, my friends. Mail Sport reported yesterday Erik ten Hag's side will offer as many as 13 stars this summer. I don't think Man United have 13 stars. So, don't know where that number's come from. 13 Deadwoods, maybe. With the Red Devils set to undergo a revamp and hoping as much, just raising as much as 100 million in signings. Ooh, that's a lot to raise. You think you're man of Chelsea in terms of raising P's. The Dutch could help the Dutch manager increase his transfer budget, which has been cut to around 120 million due to financial fair play. It is a very similar strategy to what Chelsea have been operating with so far this summer, with the Blues undergoing a brutal squad cull that could see them raise as much as 30 million and more should we sell them out. With Koulibaly and Kante left, joining out Saudi Arabians, Ziyech, Mendy going, Cesar Azpilicueta will have his contract ripped up and go for free. Kovacic, of course, 30 million. Lukaku, we want to flog, but he wants to go as well, but only to return. We won't loan him, which is upset Big Rom, but we don't care. And Mason Mount as well. By selling players, Chelsea could recoup enough money to purchase OSIMHEN. Is that true? I'm thinking on the books. Is that true? With Pochettino clearly in need of a new striker following Chelsea's poor form. We've signed Nicholas Jackson. OSIMHEN certainly could resolve. Of course, we looked at Lautaro Martinez as well. Now, this does seem like a pipe dream, but nothing does surprise me. Nothing shocks me anymore with these owners. But it's exciting. The thing is, right, they will be traumatized. Let's get it right. They spend a lot of money. They want to win. They want to expand. They want a multi-club. They want to do all this stuff, reportedly. They will be nearly as traumatized as Chelsea fans as in terms of what happened with Chelsea's men's team last season. Like, it was disturbing, deflating, yet harrowing. And the main thing, our defense for the majority of the season was like top 4. And I think we ended like 5th or 6th in the league, despite finishing 12th on the table, which dictates Chelsea don't score goals. So they will be well aware of that. And they will want to put money into goals. It gives me PTSD. It makes me think of Morata. It makes me think of, Romelu Lukaku, Torres, etc. And that scares me. But at the same time, you have to get excited should Chelsea somehow pull this out of the bag and somehow balance the books of financial fair play. Maybe it was the plan all along. And, Datro Fofana will go on loan. This will only be frustrating, largely, I think, for Armando Bria, because Chelsea aren't playing in Europe, lest we forget. And even if Jackson plays on the right-hand side and rotates with seemingly our only right winger left, Noni Madueke, then Breer's not going to be starting in the middle. It'll be OSIMHEN. And then what does Breer do? He's an impact sub. Can he be happy with that? I suppose he's had all last season he was out, so he can't expect to just come in and be a striker for Chelsea, straight away. And there are 5 substitutions. Impact subs are a thing. Maybe that works for him. Maybe. It's tough. Still, though, it could be a demonic front three that we'd all get very excited about. But let me know what you think, man. Do you think this has got legs? Do you think we should even investigate OSIMHEN for serious money? Or do you think we should just try and see how we get on? Because some people look at the attack and think that's not enough. And once the season started, the season has started. So anyway, let me know what you think. There will be another video later. Turn the bell on when you subscribe. I can't wait to update you again.